Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's weird. That doesn't look right over there on the screen. It looks right on the staging. Let me hit transition again and see if it looks any better. Huh. It looks right on the left of my screen. It does not look right on the right of my screen. Can someone tell me if it looks okay in the live screen?
Pulling it up now.
It
Nope.
it doesn't look right. All right, let me. Is that any better? I'll just not worry about our logo. How's that? We have an echo?
You guys are chopped off. It looks like a little on the bottom, but it's looking better.
Yes, it looks better.
All right, let's go with that. Apologies for the technical difficulties, and it does look weird because Muhammad is joining us. You'll notice that we're missing a paladin. We're one paladin short of a party, because he may have. I do hear an echo. You're right. I'm going to close the door. Hang on a second, because it's possible that the Dragon server is speaking to us.
Dragon server, if you can hear us, flicker the lights.
I thought I muted the server, but it's possible that it's just on really quietly. Uh, rather than trying
It'd
to.
be,
Yes?
it'd be awesome if the lights flickered.
That would be totally awesome.
If what lights flickered? You guys are freaking me
while
out.
while you were leaving, Billy said, "Dragon server, if you can hear us, flicker the light."
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to the Plastered Dragon, the internet's premier virtual dragon-themed streaming tavern, home of games, of video, role-playing, and other formats, cooking, mindfulness, and anything else we feel like fitting under this roof. Pull up a chair, sit by the bar, and listen to some stories as we entertain you for the next couple of hours. As I said, we are one paladin short of a party. That's like being a couple of cards short of a deck or a sandwich short of a picnic, but he insists that he communicated that he wasn't going to be around tonight. None of us believe him because none of us have received the message, but we're not going to throw him under the bus. Oh, wait, we just did. We are going to press on anyway, but rather than trying to figure out how to cut everybody back into place and find something as a placeholder for him, instead, we present to you the amazing set of Plastered Playground Jackbox Tuesday Nights Sans cast. And that will be your visual for him tonight. So every time you look over there and see Muhammad, think of how Keel is not with us and shed a silent tear. Couple of quick announcements, and then we will get down to our story. And tonight, of course, I never got to update the Discord, not the Discord, the Twitch stream, because I was busy fiddling around with this nonsense. Anyway, a couple of quick announcements. Tomorrow night, season finale of Web of Lies, the long-awaited season finale, because we were trying to find a schedule for it. Life got in the way multiple times. People's schedules got in the way. People graduated from college. Other stuff happened. But at long last, the gang is back from hell. They're missing their druid in more ways than one. But they are ready for their final battle just the same. And they are now going to fight the drow that are trying to take over their world. Winner take all, or at least take some. And it should be a fairly epic battle tomorrow, 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Dragon Maya will be DMing. We'll have a special guest clericing for them. Should be a good time. Tune in. Friday, the cask is returning. They're at a special night and time so that we could get our Web of Lies finale in. And that is going to be Terraria again. It's the new game that they started trying out last week. That is Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Saturday, singles night, we have a one-shot. It's either going to be a fiasco or it's going to be a D&D one-shot. I'm still working on assembling a cast. If you are in the Central Florida area or if you're remote and are interested in playing, PM me, and I can put together a cast. I'm looking for 4 or 5 sturdy, intrepid individuals that want to help entertain you all in the audience there. Sunday, we have a dark night here at the Dragon, but it's usually card and game night at the Chameleon, unless our dear Indigo is too exhausted from her week. Sometimes an exhausting week means a quiet night of just Indigo and the Scribe. What do you guys got going on?
You know what? Indigo doesn't make the rules all the time. Sometimes the scribe gets to drive the car, okay? Sometimes it's my time to shine, and Indigo's not even going to be here, but we're doing a one shot. Sunday night, be there. It's going to be crazy. It's mature audiences. It's set in the brothel. There's demons. I'm not even DMing. Our very own Audie is DMing. So
Oh my.
put the kids to bed early, grab a glass of whiskey, and buckle up because I'm finally getting to play the Dragonborn Paladin I was always meant to play.
The
It's
dragon.
probably not appropriate for adults either.
The
And it should be noted that the only reason he's able to do it is because she's not.
Yeah, and she gave
Hang
me
on. Yeah.
She gave me permission. Boom.
uh, the Dragonborn Paladin in the brothel.
Oh, she's coming to smack you. Run, Billy.
Oh my god. Oh,
No, he was
It's
just
the
super
lotion on
noisy, and so I had to close the door because of the
Uh,
echo.
But the slam of the door was so beautifully timed. That was hilarious. I loved every moment.
Run!
if I said
I
anything that
can't.
upset you, I'm so sorry, Tracy. Please don't let me make me
There's
sleep on the couch.
only one way out of
It's
this
okay, I'm
room.
collecting cards.
Collecting cards. You know what? All right, it's okay. And then Monday night, we got another one shot at the Dragon, and then Tuesday will either be some more Jackbox or some Cards Against Humanity. But now let us get down to the Something Wicked holiday special.
Bling!
And unless there's anything else anybody would like to plug while I'm filling in the Twitch stream update there.
Hi, everybody. Yes, be sure to tune in for all the amazing shows that are on the Plastered Dragon. You can also cruise over to Indigo Chameleon for fun times when there's not a show going on the Plastered Dragon. We have got some charity streams coming up this summer where we're going to be donating some money to Give Kids the World and doing some charity streams along that sort of route. We recently announced that we're doing a Dungeons and Dragons campaign set in the homebrewed world of Neverland. So join us for Peter Pan, fairies, alligators, all sorts of pirates and things of that sort. So tune in there. But yeah, I'm just talking
You are, and
because
you are doing a beautiful job of it. And now,
He's really good at talking.
is he as good as our sometimes Saturday night show Talking with Josh Weissman? Is the question.
no one
I
is.
cannot get involved in that debate. I am going to step out of it and be over there.
All right, but now let us get down to tonight's adventure. The Something Wicked holiday special. I believe you will all guess the holiday in question before the evening is over. But this takes place somewhere within the Something Wicked continuity around the time of season 1, after Zephyr has been given a new body as a tiefling, and after Nick has been captured and nailed to a wall, and Jerix has arrived. So fairly close to where we left our heroes last time at the season finale, but before the new season has begun. So it fits in the continuity and the timeline, but whether it's canon, who can say? I mean, I can. I'm the DM. But our heroes were preparing for a rescue of their friend. They were off gathering their various implements and magics, doing what they would do mentally, emotionally, physically to prepare, which means that Zephyr was take your pick, brooding, sulking, meditating in the ancestral chambers. Depending on who you are, depends on which adjective you would use to describe it. Reginald was spending time with the family, adding up his personal accounts and trying to take stock of his situation. Uh, Keel was nowhere to be found. He was deep in research over the matters of his father, and his death at what seemed to be the hands of Zuki's grandmother. This had troubled him greatly, and as such, he was spending some time by himself trying to come to terms with all of this. Uh,
He's probably doing a lot of ugly crying,
Maybe.
mostly ugly crying.
You had a bad day. I feel like we need a "you had a bad day" montage with little. Can you get Wolf? Can you get us some still shots of Ada so we can
Crying.
just kind of looking sulky, or maybe baby pictures of him crying? We can just kind of do a little slideshow montage to that.
I'll see what I can put together for you.
Thank you. That would be fabulous. We'll just put that in the common room.
You asked for it, and it
That'll
comes.
teach him to skip out on a holiday special. We're such a tight knit family here at Something Wicked, aren't we?
We turn on each other as fast as we can.
Anyway, Zuki, what are you doing? How are you preparing?
Well,
Opening and closing portals.
I can't do that yet. Shh, I'm trying
It's a couple more
to
levels.
learn. I don't know. I've been following Zephyr around a lot, making sure that he doesn't run off and yelling at him. I don't know. I've spent a lot of time yelling at him
Jumping
or
back
being
and
really
forth
annoyed
through
with
hula
him.
Of late, he has been saying, "Look, I just want my space, okay?"
It's exactly how he's saying it too. And then he runs off, and I have to go follow him. So to keep him from, like, I don't know, getting arrested again or whatever.
Okay,
Well,
so
maybe not again, but you almost did.
he's in the meditation room, and he's kneeling with his swords in front of him. What are you doing while that's going on? Are you just going to go and chill out in cockroach form in the ancestor room, or
Sure. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing.
and are you just like staring at him, or do you get bored staring at him and start like looking around the room? Or
Sure, I'll look around the room.
all right, give me perception.
Okay. That was a net one.
You are
First
just
roll of the night.
fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. You are so intent on Zephyr and his.
He's pissing me off just sitting there, honestly,
is.
at this point.
He is. It's just so annoying that he's just like
He's not even doing anything wrong.
he's not doing anything wrong, but you know he's about to. You know he's thinking.
I
About it.
know. Any second now, he's going to do something that's going to really bother me.
And you're so intent on it that you don't see until the last second the small figure that creeps up next to you and taps you on your carapace.
Yeah? What? I come out of my wild shape. What?
There's a pixie next to you.
Oh! Hi!
Hello.
Hello?
You call on us a lot. I was wondering if we could call on you for a change.
What do you need?
There's some troubling things happening in the forest.
Like what?
The trees are, not behaving properly, and we're not sure why. The dryads said that someone's trying to hurt their trees.
Okay, so what do you need us to do?
Well, you're a druid. I thought maybe you could come talk to him or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah, where are you guys? I mean, how is this far away?
Well, I mean, it's not, outside. I mean, it is outside, but not outside your house. I mean, I could take you there. Do you want to bring your friends?
Sure. Is this like a multi-person sort of job?
I don't know. It's up to you, but I mean, there's a lot of trees.
Okay. Well, I guess so. Well,
Has she
Okay.
totally disturbed my meditation here?
Go ahead and give me perception at disadvantage because you are in the zone.
The auto zone.
That would be a 14. Nope, I'm sorry. Yep, 14. My bad.
You notice this conversation in the ancestral chambers. And you
hey, Grumbles. There's a
you hear them
pixie over
say-
here that needs our help.
What did you summon this pixie here or what?
No, I didn't summon this pixie. This pixie summoned, well, didn't really summon, but just showed up. Do you have a name, Pixie?
Yes, you can call me Little Twig.
Little Twig?
And he holds out a little stick.
Oh,
This is my wand.
oh. This is Little Twig. And Little Twig needs some help with some trees.
I traveled through that bonsai tree over there.
Can you hear Little Twig? Or do you want me to convey what Little Twig is saying?
I hear little twig. Brian?
Can he hear him?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay.
Can Brian hear Wolf?
You got cut off at the beginning.
Oh, sorry.
So it sounded like you said, I can hear Little Twig.
Oh.
Oh, well, I mean, we could
Yeah.
probably just go through the bonsai or the portal or whatever and help him, but I suppose it would probably be nicer if we just made everybody else aware and gave them the choice to join in.
Do you want to sit here and
See,
talk
I
to
can
the
be
twig?
taught.
And
Yay.
you want to just sit here and talk with the twig? I'll go get the other people.
We probably need a bigger tree if you're all coming.
Oh, okay. Is there a tree near the house outside?
Oh, plenty of trees.
I'm sure there probably is. Okay. All right. Well, then why don't you come with me and we'll go find the others and then we'll head outside? So I guess I head outside the room, go look for Reggie and Nick, and probably heal, not realizing that he's not there.
Right. And so Twig flutters around by your shoulder, carrying his stick, his magic wand.
Oh, that's so cute. You were gonna go look for Nick, even though he's not here.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I already know Nick's gone, right?
That's right, yeah, because Jarek's...
Continuity wise?
Yes.
Okay,
He's
that's
still
right.
fresh in your mind. Oh.
It's true.
Can you feel the love
So-
tonight?
Jarek's would probably be in Nick's room looking for clues.
Or doing calisthenics.
Yeah, he's the last person I would look for, though, because I don't really know him very well. So I'll probably find Reggie first.
Okay.
And then Reggie will make the responsible choice, which is to go and,
You'd probably you'd probably call Reggie because Reggie is probably at his apartment with
oh, that's right. This has been so long. It's been too long. I've forgotten all of this stuff.
2
Like-
weeks.
I know. A lot has happened in 2 weeks. I've had a lot of things in my brain.
It's the first time you ever said that. What?
So I call Reggie. I don't call
I'm
anybody
dead.
else.
I'm
that's for
dead.
sure.
I'm dead.
As everybody leans away from the center square.
I'm sorry. I mean it.
Anybody
Happened.
want a peanut?
I'm out.
So, Reg, your phone rings?
Reginald.
Hey.
Hi.
Funny story.
Sure.
I've got a little pixie who just showed up.
Oh God, that sounds like a joke. Okay, so a picture
Yeah,
shows up.
it does sound like a joke. Get this. His name is Little Twig, and he needs help with some trees.
Little Twig showed up, and he needs help with trees.
Yes, and it's not a joke, believe it or not.
Oh no! Oh, so this is a legit thing that's happening.
This is actually a legit thing that's happening.
Yes. Well, the boys are at the cinema this evening, so you know what? Why not? I will Uber over as quick as I can and
Okay.
meet you at the house. I could use a little stretching of my legs.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a bit.
Hey, we're gonna get to go through a tree. It looks like, so that's kind of cool. Maybe
fine.
I'll pick up something, and sometime in the future, I'll learn how to do that.
Who knows?
Tree portals.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
Okay.
Is there time to pick you up donuts? No.
There's always time to pick up donuts. In fact, get some extras. We'll take them with us.
All right. I'll stop at the Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
And then
The Dunkin'
Reg-
Donuts.
Reggie will take off. Head that way.
Okay. So, Zeph, you finish your meditation?
Yes, and then come down and kind of glower at Zuki for interrupting my meditation.
Really?
What were you even doing in there?
Keeping an eye on you.
All I asked for was a little privacy.
Oh my gosh. And the last time you asked for privacy, you ran off and almost got yourself arrested or killed or something. Who knows? I wasn't bothering you. I mean, until the pixie showed up, but that wasn't really my fault.
Sorry.
Whatever. Okay.
Whatever.
You know, it,
No,
whatever.
just say it. Say it.
I've had a lot going on right now. You're smothering me, okay? You're just freaking smothering me. I need some time to wrap my head around what's going on.
Wow. Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's just go save some pixies and some trees. I don't know. And then give me
Yes,
your space. You can go off and brood because that's what you do. You can have all the space to sulk.
Yes, I'll come help with the pixies.
Okay. Listen, at a certain point, you're going to go, hey, it's time to live my life and maybe have some fun while I'm doing it. And cool, that'd be great. But, you just be sad for as long as you need to. But at a certain point, there are other alternatives to just being sad and mopey all the time.
Like being purple and gleeful.
Purple's not the worst color to be.
It's not easy being purple.
Being purple.
Just give me.
You got something wrong with purple? I mean, it suits you.
Oh, well, thank you. Listen, I've gone through some things and I've had no time to breathe. I've had no time on my own. Just back off a little bit.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it's the purple thing, I could probably do something about that. I could probably turn you green or something.
And I point to this stupid badge that I have to carry around that I can't go anywhere without using.
Yeah?
I can take care of it when I need to take care of it. You don't have to keep harping on the fact that I can't even walk around in my own skin now.
You take off your
I'm
skin?
not harping on the fact you can't walk around in your own skin. I'm kind of encouraging you to. I mean, not to be dumb about it. Like, don't go out in public or anything, but, because you got people with eyes on you that are going to freak out and you're going to be in more trouble and
Yeah, and what do I do with mom and dad when they get home?
figure it out.
Freak, what do I do with Tony?
We'll figure it out. You got to figure out what you're going to do about you first.
That's all I've asked. Let me have a chance to figure out what I'm going to do with me.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do anything stupid while you're figuring it out, right? Like run off?
I've already said I won't do anything stupid.
Again.
Ugh.
All right. Cool. So I'm going to go let our visitor know that we're going to be out. I mean, should we just leave him here by himself? What do we do? Oh my gosh, are we the only ones in this house that are like, where's Keel? Nick's gone. Keel's not here. Reggie is not here. It's just you and me?
No, there's that Jarrett guy now, Twig.
Yeah, I know, but like... All right, I'm going to go let that Jared guy know that we're leaving.
She
I
went to
guess
Jared's.
Reggie should be here soon.
Boo.
So I head upstairs and peek into Nick's room.
That would be downstairs.
Or downstairs.
Downstairs, I mean. I forget about the house sometimes.
Jarek's,
And
I
what
would
rooms
imagine,
were where?
is studying the murder board.
Actually, Nick's room is empty.
Oh, that's right. Nick's room is completely empty. So, what's Jarek's doing in there?
Trying to get a sense of the room. Magical feeling. The aura.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Yes.
We got a message from a pixie. We've got to go follow up on it, save some trees. Uh,
Is that what you
I,
normally do?
uh, it's a Wednesday, so yeah.
Pixies.
Yes.
Trees.
Well, one pixie. I mean, there may be more. I don't know.
Interesting.
Little Twig. Are you familiar with Little
Hello.
Twig, Jerks, Little Twig? Eh,
Not that I can say.
okay. Um, were you gonna? I mean, it feels a little awkward to be like, are you gonna stay here in this place that you don't really know anything about with nobody here? I mean,
And this is something Nick would do.
yeah, yeah, he probably would.
Then you can count on me.
Oh, you're gonna come with us? Okay, I guess. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
you weren't asking me? You were telling me to leave the house.
Well, no. I didn't quite know how this works. I mean, we just met like 4 seconds ago. It feels so.
Well, if I can't rely on you, then you shouldn't be able to rely on me. I think if I'm asking you to help, I should be willing to.
Okay. I just didn't even like know your last name yet. So,
It's
I mean,
just
not that it matters.
it's just Jerix.
Oh, okay. I mean, it probably wouldn't make a difference anyway because it's not like I would know more about you by knowing your last name. But that's cool. I mean, yeah, you're welcome to come. I mean, are you into like saving fairies and trees? That's cool.
I'm into saving things, yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you okay with this little twig?
You do a lot of talking. Shouldn't we just go?
Okay. All right. I head downstairs.
Upstairs.
Upstairs.
That too.
So
I'll
are we
follow.
aware, everybody in the house, that Nick's stuff is gone and that Reggie's stuff is gone?
Hmm.
Have we crossed this bridge already? I'm trying to remember.
Well, no, nobody discussed it. They're just gone. But Reggie did call. No one knew that Nick was gone as well.
We were going to deal with the emotional impact of Reggie's departure. He was about to make the big announcements when Jarek showed up. So that kind of got tabled in favor of rescuing Nick.
Reginald shows up at the door not too long after that, bringing with him boxes of donuts and setting them on the table. Um, all right, where is the fairy, the pixie, the
I'm right here.
little? Oh God! Oh yes! Wow, that is you are tiny. You are very tiny. Hi. Uh,
Hello.
so you need some help saving the trees.
Yes.
Might as well call us the Lorax, right? It's a doctor. The
What's a
doctor.
Lorax?
The Dr. Seuss reference.
What's a
Um,
Dr. Seuss?
No,
Wow.
I know who Dr. Seuss is. I just didn't remember the Lorax one.
Oh, that's
Oh, is that the orange guy with the trees?
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Jerix, wasn't it? It's good to see you again. Are you joining us on this little escapade?
I assume so.
Lovely, lovely. It'll give us a chance to know you a bit better before we dive into the belly of the beast together. So,
It will be a beast, of course.
Wait, so we've already just timeline wise, he's already showed up, told us Nick is basically dying.
Nick is in
So
trouble. We need to go rescue him. You went to gather up your things, and now this pixie
right,
showed up.
but we don't know where Nick is, or we do know where Nick
You
is.
don't know where Nick is.
Okay, so somebody is helping us to find where Nick is. I'm just concerned
that's
for a moment. I'm
Jerix.
trying to justify in my mind how I'm like, cool, let's go save some trees.
The
Get you, Nick.
the
You just die.
the
Pretty much, that's exactly what would happen.
the solar alignment that it allows us to transport to where Nick is being held is not active until tomorrow at noon. So we
Perfect.
have
Okay, that's all I
all
needed.
day
Great.
today and until
Yes.
noon tomorrow before we can transport to him.
Let us say that you were off to that Mikey B was doing some research for you on possible ways to locate Nick, and it was going to take some time. So you were in a holding pattern.
I also like the solar alignment thing because I'm like, let's go off and get ourselves killed saving some trees, and then like we can't rescue Nick. So this is good too, because yay Nick.
Oh, poor Nick.
He's only mostly evil.
Or is he?
It's really a trap. He's just luring all of you to your deaths. It's really
Frickin'
tracks.
called it. Knew it. Ugh.
Brian, I thought you were going to reveal that to them.
That's okay. We're wiping their memories at the end of the episode.
Oh,
Remember?
okay. Excellent. Perfect.
No consequences.
Yes.
So when you guys hear that knock
Or
on the
all the
door at like
consequences.
11:15, just answer it. Don't be, the fact that someone's knocking on your door at 11:15, there's nothing to be worried about.
Perfect.
Bing bong.
Lovely.
Bing bong.
Little Twig, why don't you lead? Why don't you lead the way?
Can I have some of that donut first?
Sure. I freely offer you this donut. No obligation required in any way.
Oh, that's nice. Can I have the one with the pink sprinkles?
Uh, yes. Usually I get those for Zuki, but yes, I got extra this time.
I'll share.
And
Okay.
No, I'm gonna freely offer myself like 4 donuts. So you just have that one. That's fine. And I pull 4 donuts out of the box.
and he
Beth?
takes out his wand and he goes and he magically slices like an eighth of the donut and flies down and kind of lifts it up and just starts chewing on it and kind of almost chipmunk style. You see donut disappearing into his cheeks.
Zeph, I need you to do something. It's very serious.
Chipmunk a donut.
Can you
Okay.
do me one favor? Just one.
Just ask. I'm going Pixie Land already.
Will you do it?
You expect me to answer without
Yes.
knowing what it is?
Yes.
How can
Just
you
one
even ask
thing.
that of
I
me?
promise it won't hurt.
Fine.
So much hurt.
I pop a donut onto its horn and I say, now you're supposed to smile. It's funny.
It is quite funny. Look, it fits right on your horn.
He's doing everything he can not to smile, but
The pixie looks and says,
Are we playing a game?
and he like motions the wand and tries to flick a donut onto your horn. And ooh, 16.
What's the horn's AC?
I don't know. What's your AC?
14.
Yep. He gets a donut on your horn.
Did I win?
Zephyr's not even doing. He's doing everything possible not to even react.
Is this
Just
normal?
a little smile.
Is this how you save things, by throwing donuts at each other?
Yes.
Yes.
That's how humans communicate the majority of the time, at least in Boston.
I am going to keep putting donuts on your horn until you smile.
I'm going to try and place a donut on Reggie's head.
Well done, Jarek.
From a
There you
distance
are.
or just like placing it? Are you going to toss it as everyone else
No,
has
I'm
done?
just going to place it on his head.
Okay. That should be no problem.
Zephyr just stoically accepts the donuts on his horns.
How many donuts do you put there before you give up, or do you give up?
Oh, I'm not going to give up until he has donuts lining both horns all the way to the top. Really? Well, fine. Then the good news is you've just got yourself like a dozen donuts to eat at your leisure. So
I actually reach up and grab one of them and just start eating it.
Oh.
fine.
Oh, and you have a little bit of frosting in your hair because Twig misses once. He's actually pretty accurate with that wand, but one of them lands frosting side down in your hair.
Hey, Reggie, you don't have to bring the box. We have donut storage.
Oh, lovely. God, these boxes are so flimsy. Zephyr, would you mind putting on like a sour cream just there it is. There it is. We got one. We got one. There it is. Look at that. You can't even help it. All right, let's make our way to the trees
All right.
outside.
All right, and so Little Twig flutters outside, and he starts to wave his wand and says,
I really appreciate all of you coming to help us like this. Is there anything you need to know before we go?
No, I mean, you said the trees are acting up, correct?
Yes.
Where exactly are you taking us?
Um, to a little forest, in upstate New York.
Oh, okay. So we're still on this plane. You're just bringing us over to the forest.
Maya says, I want to be a tiefling now.
Portable donut storage.
I
This
mean-
is big.
It is. I mean, you have just created an even bigger benefit to being a tiefling, one that's not in the player's handbook. So,
You're welcome.
exactly.
Or are you?
What exactly are the trees doing?
Oh, they're not letting the dryads back in. And dryads
Oh.
aren't supposed to be away from their trees for long.
No, that is odd indeed. All right. Yeah, well, maybe we can talk some sense into them.
Nonsense.
And Little Twig waves a wand at the tree, and a glowing rift opens in the middle of the tree, and Little Twig flies into the rift.
I push Zuki to the side and jump through the portal.
Ah!
Zephyr actually laughs this time.
He
Oh!
grabs a donut off of his horn and eats it.
Anybody else running through the portal?
And then goes through the portal.
Okay.
Mo casually following after him. All of them. Last, obviously.
You're going to be last?
Yes.
I'll go through the portal.
Okay, and
Zephyr walks through.
the tree shuts, and you find yourself in a field in upstate New York on a spring afternoon, even though you left in autumn.
Oh. Twig.
Yes?
It looks different seasonally here.
Well, it is spring.
I thought it was autumn.
Well, maybe where you're from.
I thought we were going to New York.
We're in New York.
What year?
Is that important?
Yes. Let's go with yes.
Oh. Okay.
Carry the one. 1492.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure you'll tell us when the time arises.
Wait, hang on. So it's a different time. How long is this going to take, Little Twig?
I don't know. I hope not too long.
Like a day or two, or like a week or two, or like, because we have something really important we have to do back where we left from.
Oh, when you're done, I'll just bring you right back to when we left.
Oh, see, there you are, Zuki. Right back to when we left.
We're Fae, we can do that sort of thing.
Oh,
Quit. Yeah.
okay.
And you guys have been really nice. You haven't even asked for anything. You're just helping.
I
Pixie
mean,
dude.
can we get some things? I wouldn't mind some magical items and a little bit of thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, walked into that. Perfect.
Is there something, I mean, like, I don't really have magical items. I don't have big pockets.
What about a favor?
Oh, I could probably arrange that.
Perfect.
I mean, you know, I'm not big, I'm not strong, but, you know, I eat berries and I know things.
That sounds like it should be a T-shirt. Yeah, I'll
Well,
start.
let's get to it.
Yeah, I'll start surveying the area and seeing if I can find anything.
And you're on the outskirts of a. You're in a on the edge of a big field at the where it meets a large wooded area, and for the most part, the wooded area looks pretty normal
Sure.
from where you are. And he says that
Well, I didn't take you into the heart of things because it's gotten dangerous there, so I figured we'd land outside and you could work your way in.
Oh, yes, of course.
But
Yeah, we'll,
a
we'll
couple of
walk
the
in.
dryads have been hanging out here if you want to meet them.
Please, if you could make introductions.
and he brings you over, and there are um, a couple of you see feminine forms hiding behind a tree, peeking out at you.
It's okay, I brought friends.
And one of them steps tentatively out and looks at you. And she was blending really well into the forest.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yes. You're not going to hurt us?
No, no, we weren't. I don't think anyone here was planning on it.
If we don't get back to our trees soon, we will die.
What is preventing you from going inside your trees?
We do not know, but we have tried to join with them, and they have not accepted us. This has never happened before.
Wait, the trees have not accepted you when you tried to join with the trees?
Yes, yes. I am Golden Bough, and this is my sister, Tree Bark.
Gonna move
Go.
to put a donut on one of the dry.
They step back from you.
Golden Bough and Treebark, the pleasure is all ours. Could you lead us to the spot in the forest where where your trees are?
Perception checks, everyone.
Nat 20.
Seven.
23.
Okay.
And I rolled a 19, giving me a 25.
Okay, and 7 for Jarek's.
Yes.
Okay,
And my nat 20 is a +9.
so 29. So the three of you are going to notice things. Jarek's is not. You're busy trying to understand why these dryads don't like donuts.
Refusing
That feels
the
like a
donut.
children's book, doesn't it? Why dryads don't like donuts?
Beholders hate lemons. Like,
They should love these donuts.
So you're,
No, this is an alphabet book. It's Beholders Hate Beats.
that's right.
mm,
Beholders, beats,
No, they
Battlestar
love
Galactica.
Dryads don't like donuts.
Beholder.
So you're sitting there looking at the dryads and the donuts, and the two of you, um, Reg and Zeph, you hear footsteps. You hear people kind of coming up. They're not really being quiet. You hear, "Hey man, this be a groovy spot to hang out." And you notice the dryads blend back into the foliage. Um, Somebody orcs hate Oreos. That's nice. Yes, I feel like we could collab and make this book. This would be awesome.
I believe I've been here before. I know where we are.
So you notice exactly where they have blended back in spite of their natural camouflage and ability to merge with trees and stuff. And you see some hippie-looking people with like vests and long, matty hair and beads, kind of shuffling over and like surveying the area, laying out some blankets and
Before I turn around, I would have invoked my brooch of disguise.
right.
And so,
What do you look like?
not
7 foot.
Jonas. I'm still looking like the clothes model from the store where we had gone.
You're still going for the underwear model or the clothing model?
I'm wearing yes. It was a nice
It was
it was a nice
the leather
blazer that he was wearing.
Yeah, wasn't it like a hooded leather jacket or something?
Yes, it was a heather wooded leather heather.
Yep. What he said. Words.
I'm sorry, what?
What you said.
Just nod and smile, nod and smile.
Talk, speak good.
Dude.
It's the hooded leather jacket, which I'm assuming I haven't received yet, but I still look good in it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so yeah, you are wearing your leather jacket and looking like the androgynous, trendy store model, and so there's a bunch of hippies wandering over. Dudes, like totally cool outfits. Right on, man.
Thank you. Yeah. Um. Are you all here for the meeting?
Check out the buttoned up dude. He's like so fancy, man.
I'm not too fancy. I will unbutton the top button of my shirt. Immediately feel uncomfortable and button it
Oh,
back up again.
Reggie, really?
I will button it back up. I will immediately
It's not
feel
you.
uncomfortable after unbuttoning the top button and then button it straight back up again. I'm sorry, Azuki, your people, please speak to them. All naturey and things.
I grew up in Boston.
Boston.
Bastard habe.
Ah. Yeah. Trees. Yeah, I know these things. Hi. How can we help you?
We're just like looking for a cool spot to like drop our blanket down and maybe just like chill and smoke a bit and maybe listen to the tunes.
Okay. So, why not here?
That's what I think. Why not here?
Are the dryads still there?
You can see them, but they're blending in very well. You don't think these guys see them. They don't seem like they're oriented on the dryads at all. They just seem like they kind of were wandering through the field and just chose this spot.
Now, these guys, how are they dressed? Are we looking at 60s bell bottoms?
Bell bottoms, beads, grungy vests, headbands.
Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Just for fun, what's today's date?
Oh, whoa, like it's like
Thursday.
it is. It's like Thursday, like April 25th,
Okay.
1968, dude.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh God. Okay.
so Reggie, this actually seems like more your thing.
Do I know the date, the significance?
You want to
of
know
this
how old
date?
I was in 1968?
No, not at all. No.
Want to know how old any of us here except you were in 1968?
I think that's very specious of you. Jerex, were you around in 1968?
Of course.
Are you guys all saying this out loud to our stoner friends?
Yes, we are.
Whoa, like that's a deep philosophical question, man. Like, how old are any of us at any time? I mean, like, how old am I? Like in the cosmic scheme of things.
I mean,
I don't know.
what life is this even for you? I can't help but think that I've lived another life before this.
Whoa.
Whoa, indeed.
Would you like a donut? And I pull a donut off of Zephyr's horn and offer it to them.
Where did that come from?
Zephyr doesn't have
Oh, crap, he
horns.
doesn't have horns. I'm tired. It's been a long week.
But you just made a donut appear
Just
from
made a
behind my
donut appear
ear.
from
No!
thin air.
I do magic tricks. Look, right out of nowhere. Ha ha!
These stoned guys are like, you've just blown their minds. Like,
Freak their bean,
can
man.
you do that again?
Yes,
And
I can.
and can it be chocolate next time?
Um,
What order did you
one
put
of
them
these
on?
here.
I'll give you a 1 in 4 chance of pulling a chocolate donut.
Cool. All right. What is one a chocolate?
D4,
Three.
1 is a chocolate.
Yep. It was not a chocolate,
Oh, bummer.
but the other one was also not a chocolate.
It sounds as if the chocolate stars are not aligned today.
That's all right. It's still like a donut from nowhere. And like, I was watching that time and I still can't figure out how you did it.
Should we keep talking here or move along?
Um,
Well,
gen-
he looks
It's
at you.
1968.
He looks at you and speaks very slowly. You can move along if you need to. Follow your path. But we just got here, so we're gonna stay. And then he sits down in a cross-legged position.
I will move away from them and head into the forest a little bit, the sort of tree line, past where these two hippies are sitting on the ground.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I follow.
They're an advanced expeditionary force for Woodstock. Elite stealth force.
Okay. So everybody else kind of
I
drifting.
follow.
So you drift into the woods and away from these guys. And
Yes.
the dryads come back out of the forest again. Sorry, but we weren't sure. We wanted them to see us, just you.
No, it's I understand completely. It's probably safer that regular people like that don't see you. There's no telling how they would react. So
Yes, there's been an uptick in the mundane population around here of late.
God, do you think that's what has the trees reacting the way they are?
I don't know. I just know that they are restless.
Can you lead us to one of these other trees, maybe a little deeper in?
Yes, of course. We'll take you to our grove. And they begin leading you deeper into the forest. And by the way, when you were asking about the significance of the date, if you want, you can give me a history check and see if that date is significant to you.
Uh, I don't know if he has history as a skill.
Ah, does anyone have history as a skill?
That
Actually,
is a 11.
Anyone proficient in history? I know Zook.
why, yes.
Really?
Yes, I am.
I'm a freaking bard.
Okay, wait. So Zephyr, and Jarix are. Who has the better
Yes.
score?
Mine's +5.
Mine's +3.
Okay. Do you want to discuss amongst yourselves and give Jarix advantage?
Is Jarix somebody that would even know the history of this area?
He might.
He would know a great many possibilities.
He is an extraplanar
Excellent.
entity who has studied many things, and he has also got a host body that has some knowledge.
Excellent. I put my head together with Jarek. I don't know, 1968, dude. June. What date was it?
April
April.
April
Fire.
April
25th.
April 25th, 1968.
I think Jarek thinks the internet exists at this time. Google doesn't work, dude.
Yeah.
April 25th, 1968.
So go ahead, give me give me your history check at advantage.
At advantage.
But yeah, Reg pops out his phone and realizes, oh, phones don't work. There are no
Oh,
networks.
lovely.
Is an 18 good enough?
An 18 is not good enough because you're not coming up.
I'm sorry. Did I say 18? I meant 18.
Ah, yes. Well, if you meant 18 instead of 18, that's a
I said,
different.
I'm sorry.
That's a
It's
horse of
this
a
new
different color.
body. It says different. I meant 18.
Uh, you aren't aware of any major historical events around this time. You could ask the hippies. But then again, you've been led off into the forest, haven't you?
Into the
Yes.
woods.
So you are led deeper and deeper into this forest, and as you go deeper, it starts to get darker, and the trees begin to look more sinister. Uh, give me perception, everyone.
25.
25,
27.
27,
My chipper attitude got me in 10.
10.
5.
So Jarek is busy trying to understand what's going on. Zephyr is sulking, but Zuki and Reg are on high alert. And while they're on high alert, they manage to notice quite a bit in this forest. And it is getting, not florist, forest. It's getting darker and murkier as you go further in. And you feel like you can see, I mean, not like actual faces on the trees, but it almost looks like there are faces on the trees. And some of the branches are starting to look like arms, and the trees are looking more twisted and gnarled. And some of them feel like they're leaning in over the path and things as you get deeper in. And the dryads point ahead and they say, our grove is there. You will see 4 oak trees in the center, and those are our homes.
All right. Wait here. Um, I will turn to Zuki and Zephyr and even Jarek and say, do any of you have the ability to speak with plants?
Um, you know what? I do not. I wish I did. I just haven't been around plants a lot, Boston. And
Sure.
that would be my reasoning for not knowing how to do that.
Yes.
So,
Jarek?
No.
Has
Zephyr.
anybody in the history of D&D ever picked the spell Speak with Plants?
I have my other character, my other druid does. It's
She
not
does.
as
No,
I'm
I
sure
don't
the
speak with plants.
dryad
I-
could
she spoke with
translate
plants last
for
night.
us.
It was awesome.
Beljinx used to do it all the time. Beljinx the Bard.
He did.
Those conversations were the stuff of legend.
And did you know that Speak with Plants also allows you to dance with plants? I did. Did I not?
I
But I
will
can't
go.
now.
I will go and. Oh God! I will go and look at the oak trees and see if I see anything odd about them.
I actually asked the Dryads how long this change has been going on. Have they informed us of that?
They have not. It's been about.
I mean, honestly, if we're going to be here for more than a night, I'm sure I could commune with the plants and probably learn how to speak their language. I would just have to have, I don't know, like 8 hours to really, really meditate upon it.
You'd need to rest for a long time, is what you're saying.
So how long has this been going on?
For about a week.
All right.
So you go into the grove?
I do.
All right. Give me a perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
No, 22 at 11 at level 11 now.
Yes, less dirty then. Uh,
Yes.
you're scanning around the clearing, and the trees definitely look darker than you would think for a dryad's grove. Uh, they don't look warm or inviting, and it there's almost a negative energy feel to the grove.
Um, yeah, I will share this information with everyone else, saying that this is I'm picking up on a weird sort of vibe in the area, sort of a negative energy. Um, Twig, do you know what might be causing this? Something like this sort of negative energy?
No, I don't. I have not felt anything like this before. It does not seem natural.
No, it doesn't.
I may not be able to speak to plants, but I might be able to do a little bit of investigation. I cast detect magic and just kind of explore the whole area to see what I see that's magical and what kind of magical stuff it is.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Where in the grove are you looking?
I'm looking at the 4 trees because it lasts for a little while.
Yes, it does. Oh yeah.
It lasts for 10 minutes. So I'm going to kind of thoroughly investigate the trees of the grove and then kind of spread out from the grove, kind of as much ground as I can cover around the trees.
Okay,
Um,
so the trees themselves are definitely magic, as you would expect a dryad's tree to be. Um, and so I'm not sure what kind of magic that would be. Transmutation magic, I suspect, um,
but it
as
would resonate as a very
yes,
natural magic to
yep.
the tree.
And there is also some kind of abjuration magic on the trees as well, which would make sense if they are not able to merge with their trees. So it seems like there's something blocking them from their trees. You also find um, a spot in the grove that is uh, roughly a 5 foot radius that has what looks like some abjuration magic on it as well.
And is it in the center of the trees? Is it off to the side of the trees?
It looks like it is near the base of one of the trees.
Okay. Um, so can I see any object there if I kind of dig around a little bit?
If you give me an investigation at advantage.
No, the first was a 16, the second was a nat 20, and it's that same die.
Oh my! Is it? Is it?
Thank you,
Is it? I was
Wolfenetta.
gonna say, is it the?
That's that is the die that came with the dice tower.
So that's just like interesting. That's the dice that Big Mike was getting all those 20s on the other night, and yet those are the dice that keep coming up all these low numbers on me when I roll them against you guys.
Wow.
You don't think I rolled the dice numerous times to realize which ones roll better than the others? You thought it was just the colors that
I'm gonna
I
roll.
pretty.
I'm gonna roll the dice you gave me the next roll, and we'll see if we can prove this theory.
Excellent. Excellent.
And what was it? Perception, it was investigation, right?
Yes. So, um,
Okay.
so what you can see is it looks like um, some vines twisted around on the ground, almost like a snare coming from one of the trees. If someone stepped into that, they would be pulled up into one of the trees.
I point this out to everyone else.
Okay.
I can dispel magic on this, but I wanted to know if you guys had any thoughts before I did that, or if you thought this was unrelated.
Did the dryads know about it? Did you call them over as well?
Yeah, I called everybody over.
What's your AC, Zuki?
My AC is 15.
So, as Zuki is calling you all over to call your attention to this, a whip of thorns shoots out of one of the trees and wraps around Zuki's leg, doing 12 points of damage.
Ouch!
And we all see this.
Yeah, it's a fairly visible thing, and it is piercing damage.
I step back.
I
and
immediately drop
and
my sword and attack it.
you are dragged 10 feet closer to the tree, and we go into initiative
Ah!
as you are surprised by the tree. Dun 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 dun.
15.
All right, hang on. Let me get my initiative paper, and then we'll do our regular. All right, 25 to 20. Zeph,
Dirty 20.
20 to 15.
15.
18.
All right, Reg with an 18. Zook with a 15. 15 to 10. 10 to 5.
Ah, I'm in there. 7.
Okay, Zephyr, you are up first.
And as stated, I'm drawing my sword and attacking. This is wrapped around her leg, correct?
Yep.
I'm going after the branch.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me an attack roll.
Why do I even bother? That's going to be I get +7. That's going to be a 12.
Well, I mean, it is just a vine, so you hit.
Okay. I'll take a hit. Ooh, 6 +3. That'll be a 9.
Okay. That severs the vine, and her leg is free.
And as a bonus action, can I grab hold of her and pull her away from the tree?
No, because that's to grab and lift someone is an action. That's a full action is to pick someone up.
Okay.
Just bull rusher.
Have you any
I
other?
do, just out of reflex, step in front of her, between her and the tree.
Okay.
Not that I'm showing any caring or anything. It was just reflex. Don't read anything into this.
Too late, you big hunky fella, you.
Jerix.
Okay, Reg.
It just looks like the vine, correct? Is
Yes.
attacking. Did he subsequently destroy that vine?
Yep.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to make a perception check to spot hidden creatures or objects.
Okay.
All right. That is a 22.
Okay. Are you scanning in the trees? Are you scanning in the forest? Where are you looking, or are you just looking everywhere?
I'm sort of looking everywhere and seeing if I can spot whatever it is coming out.
Okay. You hear coming through the forest, kind of a whooshing wind sort of sound and a crunching sound.
Okay.
And as you glance in that direction, you see. Yeah, you've probably got enough experience. Let me look at the skills. Yes, I don't see any stealth there. So, in spite of the underbrush and the fact that it's mostly made of air, you do see an air elemental and an earth elemental moving through the underbrush toward you.
I will wait. I will hold my action until it gets
Okay.
within 5 feet of one of us, and then do and then an attack, like a sneak attack, as soon as it's engaged.
Okay. As soon
All
as
right.
it's engaged with you or with.
With someone close to me. Do
Yep.
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
So
All right.
as soon as it's within range and engaged with someone, you will attack so that you get your sneak attack bonus, is what you're saying.
Correct. Yes.
Gotcha. Perfect. That brings up Zuki.
All right, so the vine is gone, and there's nothing else.
Well, if you want to make the perception check, you'd probably notice the earth and air elementals as well.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I totally made it. It's 25.
Yeah, so you see and hear them making their way over as well.
All right, do they look aggressive?
I mean, you can give me an insight check to try and sense their motives, but
Okay. I have no idea.
what you
Well,
get?
I have 12. It's because I have a +9. So, but I rolled a 3.
I mean, 12. Given the fact that the grotto looks or the grove looks sinister, you just had a vine wrap around your ankle unprovoked, and they're bearing down on the clearing.
Okay,
You think probably these are aggressive elementals.
cool. Well, then I'm going to use the cantrip Frostbite.
Nice.
Uh,
Not
they
dramatic
have to
glitter.
make. No, it was tempting, but I'm going to use Frostbite instead. Because since I just leveled up, it's 3d6 now.
Okay.
So they have to make a con save of 17.
Are you going air or earth?
Air.
Okay.
So do you want damage or con save, or do you want to do con save first?
Looking up con save. Con save
Wow.
does not make it.
Yeah, I just rolled 2 1s and a 2. So
Oh.
that's 4 points of damage off of 3d6s.
Oh. And it doesn't do anything special? Just cold damage?
Cold damage?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The earth elemental will move up towards.
Oh!
Oh.
Shoot, sorry, I forgot. It has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, I missed that. Fine print.
Okay, so the earth elemental will move up um, on Zephyr, and that means that Reg gets his opportunity attack. Not his
Yes.
opportunity, his held action. I apologize, not opportunity attack. For those listening at home, I screwed up.
That is a 20 to hit.
That will definitely hit an earth elemental.
Yes. Right. I will roll damage. $16. 20. That is 29 points of damage.
Ooh, very nice. As chunks of rock splinter off of the earth elemental as your crossbow bolt finds its mark.
Oh, using the rapier.
Oh, you're using the rapier. Oh, you went into hand to hand.
Yes, have to, because my crossbow is not magical. So, and I'm wondering, these things probably take magic weapons to hurt them.
I thought you had your crossbow of whispers. No.
Oh, maybe I still do have that. Hang on. Either way.
All right. I was assuming crossbow of whispers, but rapier is just fine.
Perfect.
Then, as you slash across its chest, flecks of stone chip away. Excuse me as I revise my narrative. All right, and now the earth elemental. In that case, it will make one slam attack against you and one against Zephyr. Purple die will be Zephyr. The black die will be you.
Bring it.
Oh, twin 15s on the die, which will, I'm certain, hit you both.
Okay.
All right, first for the Zephyr.
Can I just say I'm glad Zuki has that death magic spell
Which
for
death
when
magic
Zephyr
spell?
dies.
Yeah, that's really something I should have used before, but it's really more about necromancy and
18 points of damage for Zephyr,
Yeah.
and for Reg, 7.
Understood.
And our air elemental will go at Jarix at disadvantage.
Bum, 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 bum.
and he is going to also make 2 slam attacks. The first one is at disadvantage, and that is going to hit a 14.
Nope.
Yep, disadvantage strikes again. However, the second one will hit a 21.
I'm going to use my reaction and shield myself, and then that will not hit.
Okay. Ooh, Jerix. Look out.
So fancy, Jerix.
All right, now
So what is Jarek's dressed in? Can we tell? What are you wearing?
Who are
Just
you wearing?
robes?
Who are you wearing, Jerix?
I'm wearing a very silky, loosely cut, fine.
You went and got
Fine.
my mother's evening gown, didn't you?
Yes, I did. It's
Okay,
very
Klaus,
nice.
settle down.
It's quite comfortable.
Very breathy for the bits.
Yes.
All right, let's see. So, Zuki, where are you standing at the moment? Are you back further?
Kind of near the air elemental, I suppose.
So, and Zephyr is Zephyr was between you and the Earth Elemental, right?
Yes.
All right. So one of the trees is going to do a thorn whip at you and miss, and one of the trees is going to. La, la, la. Jerix, you see thorns begin to spread out from one of the trees and grow upward as they start to encircle you to try and separate you from the group.
Okay.
It's like a wall almost encircling you with the pointy
Wall
bits.
of thorns.
You might almost call it a wall of thorns with the pointy bits facing in at you.
Excellent. I prefer that.
Okay, and now it is Jarek's turn.
Okay, so
Zeph on deck.
wall of thorns around me. Okay. Would a what's the radius of this wall of?
It is encircling you to a range of about 5 feet.
Okay. I am going to Misty Step outside of this wall of thorns and move 30 feet away from it as a bonus action.
Okay.
I will then cast heal on. Actually, who are the 2 hurtiest so far? Who appears to be hurty? Let me see. What does the overlay say?
I'm down, but I'm not like down. It's like I've got a nasty paper cut.
All right,
He
so
gets knocked down, but he gets up again. They're
Don't
never
you
gonna
dare!
keep him down.
Don't you dare! Stop it right
but
now.
I know she took Zuki took 12 points of damage, and then Zeph took 15. Right?
Oh yeah, hit the 2 of them.
Yeah, so I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. I'm going to twin it, and I'm going to distance it so that I don't have to touch.
You're a sorcerer, Harry.
Whoa,
Yeah.
fancy.
So that's going to cost me. I'm going to do it. Well, let's see.
Are we gonna have a wild time today?
At second level, so that'll cost me 3. Yep.
I think he's divine.
All right. So then you will take healing.
You will take the healing.
You will take it.
You
2d8
will
plus
take
5.
the healing.
Oh, that's not bad. 16 points of healing for both of you.
Wow, thank you.
All right. Is that the extent of your turn?
Let's see. I've used my bonus action, and yep, that's it.
Okay, back to Zephyr with Reg on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna attack the earth elemental that attacked me, drawing my dagger as well.
Okay.
And short sword, that'll be 12 plus 7. It's going to be a 19.
Hit.
And doing. It's going to be 5 points of damage. Yeah, I don't get to do a Reggie. And that's going to be a 13 plus 7. That's going to be 20, assuming hits.
Okay.
And that's going to be 5 points of damage with the dagger.
Okay, you don't get to add your modifier unless you have 2-weapon fighting.
I have 2-weapon fighting.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll shut up now. Liches do hate lemons
And-
indigo, but you know what they love? Phylacteries.
Liches love phylacteries.
Okay.
With my
bonus action?
bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and give a bardic inspiration to our good rogue.
Oh,
Beat on
thank
the
you.
brat, beat on the brat, beat on the brat with the baseball bat. Oh yeah. There you go.
I turned around and punched Zuki.
Oh, I punch him back.
No, he said baseball bat.
Yeah.
What die are you? Are you still D8 or are you D10?
I'm a D10.
Woo!
You're even more
Fancy.
inspiring.
Alrighty. Thank you, Zeph.
Got it for 10 minutes.
Yeah. My turn.
Yes, it is. Zuki on deck.
All right, I'm taking another swing at the big stone guy. That is a 22 to hit.
That's going to hit.
All right. I'm going to roll some damage. Yeah. Hang on. $32 points of damage.
Shaboom.
And then I'm going to hit him again with 2-weapon fighting.
Okay,
That's a 29.
that also hits.
And that's a 10. I'm going to keep engaged with him.
More rocks and bits of stone fly off. He's looking a bit more ragged than he was.
And I'll stand in front of Zephyr, who's standing in front of Zuki.
Zuki, you're up.
And I'm going to get out from behind both of them because this is annoying. And I'm going to cast Flame Blade. And, oh, crap. That's a whole action. No, it's a bonus. That's
Bonus.
right. Okay, it's a bonus. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to cast Flame Blade and I'm going to smack the thing
Okay.
with my Flame Blade. All right. So that is, shoot, I just lost my D6. Okay. All right, that would be a 10, 15 plus 3. That is an 18.
Did you hit it?
Oh, I forgot to do that. That's right. How do you D&D? I don't know if I hit it. That was a 10. That was a 17 to hit.
Hit with 18
Okay.
damage. Okay.
Yeah, now that was 18 damage. How do I D&D?
How do D&D?
How to D&D?
Okay. You used your bonus action to light it up, so that's it.
I did.
All right. So we have an earth elemental and an air elemental. All right. Earth elemental will do a slam attack on Reg for a hit, and one on Zephyr, which does a 19 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, on Reg, 16 points of damage.
Oof. All right.
And on Zephyr, also 16 points of damage. Air
Got
elemental.
it.
All right. I need for you to make a strength save, Jerix,
Okay.
as the air elemental comes whirling over and occupies the same space as you.
Does a 12 hurt him as bad as I want it to hurt him? Because I know it hurts him. I just don't know is it as bad as I want it.
It hurts him emotionally,
It should on a deep, deep level.
like right inside his core, which is where you are currently swirling around
Like
and
back to childhood.
being battered into things, until you are then flung into a tree.
Okay.
Oof. You take 19 points of damage, and then as you hit the tree, you take another 10 points. So you take
29 damage.
total of 29 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone. You guys all see Jarix kind of go around and around in a little whirlwind, and blam!
Jerix, no!
Well, it's not like he weed on the carpet or something. I mean,
Bad Jerix, no! We do not get knocked down by whirlwinds.
and then I need for you to make another save as the roots from the tree that you are laying at the bottom of start to grow up around you.
Okay. Let's see. What kind of save was this one?
A strength save.
Does an 8.
It hurts the tree almost as much as it hurts you. You are restrained. And Zuki, does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, as another thorn with 16 points of damage. I'm rolling hot with my d6s tonight.
Congratulations.
I'm terribly sorry. As another,
You don't sound sorry.
I am a little. As another whip of thorns hits you and starts dragging you backward toward the trees again. But
Ugh, again.
we are at Jerix's turn.
Okay. I will again. Since it's just a verbal component, Misty Step.
Okay.
30 feet away again.
Very good.
And what's the? Oops, I clicked the wrong. Wall of Fire is not the same as Misty Step.
Did
What's
you say
the?
Wall of Fire is not the same as Misty Step?
Yes, it's not. It's not the same. They're two different, totally things. Where, in relation to the group, like, what's the layout? What does the battlefield look like? Are they like close to each other? Are they? I mean,
The elementals and your friends are over at one end of the grove. You're at the far end of the grove.
So,
about 20 feet away.
I'm like what? I'm
No.
20 feet away from them.
I mean, unless you wanted to be closer, because you misty
No.
stepped. The whole battle is no more than anyone's no more than 30 feet away because you
Okay.
just misty stepped. So
Okay, so the earth elemental and the air elemental, are they like next to each other?
they are next to each other and in and among. Well, actually, the air elemental is in the middle of the grove because it went after you and you had misty
Right.
stepped away. The earth
Right.
elemental and Reg and Zephyr are right on top of each other. Zuki is a little ways behind because she was being dragged away by a vine.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I will. In that case, hmm. You know what? I will just cast a bonfire underneath, or actually, I'll use a cantrip for a bonfire underneath the rock feller.
A bonfire.
Rockefeller.
A little bonfire
A-
right underneath him.
I'm sorry, a little bonfire.
Yeah, it occupies a 5-foot cube,
Okay.
and that's a dex save. of 17 or less.
Nat 20.
So he fails because he got a 17 or less. Oh, I thought they liked the fire part.
What does he take?
So that would, I don't even know if he even takes damage at that point.
Is it a cantrip?
Yep.
Then no, he doesn't.
Yeah. Nope. It is there under his feet, so he's just standing in it.
And it stays there as long as you concentrate on it. So if he doesn't leave the space, he has to make the save every turn.
Right. And I think I guess my bonus action and action. I am good. That's all.
Zeph, you are up. Reg on deck.
Okay, I'm actually going to whisper to the air elemental and, blow away, little girl, and cast dissonant whispers on it. So it needs to make a wisdom save, and I'm casting it at third level.
Okay.
So it's a wisdom save, 17.
Nat 1.
Okay, so it immediately needs to use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay. That means it will move 90 feet away from you.
And I'm going to, and let's see, that's going to be 5d6. Yep.
And you can also use your reaction to have an opportunity attack.
Was it close enough for an opportunity attack?
Oh no, it was not adjacent to you. I'm sorry. That was the earth elemental. My bad.
Yep.
While he's rolling dice, Reg, I'm assuming you were going to go at the earth elemental again. Are you muted, Reg?
I was, but now I'm ready to fight the Earth Elemental.
And Zuki,
That'll be
you're on deck.
22 points.
Okay, thank you.
That's a nat 20.
All right. Give me some damage. Zeph, did you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Actually, I'm going to inspire our little druid there. And you get knocked down, but you get up again. You're never going to keep you down. You get knocked down. Inspiration, 1d10 for the next 10 minutes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you finally hit with dissonant whispers.
Yeah, finally.
Well, you've attacked so many things that were immune to it. That were immune to the fear components.
Oh, that's good.
That's me, right?
Yes, it's you. While he's
Okay.
doing his damage, you go ahead.
72 points of damage.
Wow.
How do you want to do this?
Never mind. I'll just put that dice back away.
Well, I mean,
There's still something out there, but I will go. Yeah, I will look for weak spots, and then realize it's a freaking rock elemental, and I'll turn around the handle of the sword and just sort of bash it in the head a couple of times without using the point.
So you guys see Reg studying and parrying, and then suddenly he just goes whack, whack, whack 3 times really quick with the pommel of his rapier, and suddenly the earth elemental freezes and just crumbles and cracks and drops into a pile of rubble on the ground in front of you. So Zuki, you have a thorn whip wrapped around your leg, and there is an air elemental that has just fled the clearing, but may not be gone for long.
Oh darn! I guess I will swipe at that thorn whip around my leg. So I'm going to attack it with my still flaming flame blade.
Okay.
That would be a 13 plus 7, which is a
hit.
20, not nat. And 7, 8, 9, 10, so 13.
Okay. You sever it once again, freeing yourself.
I also kick it.
Okay. That sounds fine. Let's see. The air elemental flies 90 feet back over and tries to. Actually, let me see. Does it recharge that ability? It does. It's going to give Jerix another swirly. Strength save, Jerix?
What does a 2 do?
It gives you another amusement park ride.
Yay!
Whee!
So much fun.
For a total of 23 bludgeoning damage as you are knocked into another tree and knocked prone. And I need for you to make another strength save.
14.
And you see vines starting to creep over him again from the base of another tree.
We see that over Jerix.
Yes. And it is Jerix's turn again.
Jerix.
And that'll bring up Zeph and then Reg.
Ooh.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Am I restrained?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was waiting. I know I was. They were starting to come out. I didn't know if you'd restrained me.
Well, I didn't restrain you. It had nothing to do with me.
Okay. It appears. So as I'm restrained, anything that it requires somatic can't be done, right?
That is correct. You can do only verbal only spells. Meantime, since Reg had to step off screen, I'm assuming to deal with children, we won't treat him as a held action. We'll just say his turn shifted. And Zuki, if you know what you want to do.
Yeah, I've got one elemental left, right? Because
Yep.
that vine is gone, right?
Yep. Oh, I'm
Gone,
sorry.
gone.
Zephyr is next. I'm sorry. Zephyr is
Oh.
next.
Is where is this air elemental in relation to our good Jerix?
It's about 20 feet away from our good Jerix.
Well, I'm going to cast Shatter then. And is it within 60 feet of me, I'm assuming?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And actually go into a steadied, marked dance that almost looks like something you might see a Tai Chi artist go, and then clash my swords above my head and make a loud ringing noise above it. So it's Constitution save.
And that
17.
is thunder damage, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, it fails its save.
Oops, that's 3d8, not 10. I'll be nice.
Yeah, let's not get carried away there.
9 plus
Reg, you are on deck.
anything.
And if
I'm
you
ready.
Yeah, all of 9 points of damage there.
It doesn't seem as effective as you thought it would be.
As I would have hoped.
As the thunder waves hit the elemental, they seem to pass through it.
Okay.
Its form shimmers a little bit, but it doesn't seem to impact as much as you would have hoped. And Jerix, if you think of anything you wanted to do, I will give you a chance to chime in. But
No, you've completely incapacitated me. You've taken me out of the fight.
Excellent. I mean, darn. Okay, Reg, you're on. Zuki on deck.
Can I go over and cut through the vines to assist him in getting out?
Sure.
Like restrained? Can I use my turn to do that?
Yep, absolutely. I would allow.
Okay.
I would allow him and either of you to make an athletics check at advantage, whichever one of you is better at it, to free him.
Oh, not me.
Well, I'm acrobatic, like you read about, but not very athletic. But yeah, I will make an athletics check. All right. And you said this is at advantage since
Yes.
he's like assisting. Okay.
And because you're cutting through the vines and such.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. But let's go crit fishing. No, just a 19 plus -1, so 18.
Hey, you cut him loose.
All right.
All right.
I,
So
I
that's
will
your
help
action.
him to his feet, but that will be my action.
Okay, Zuki, you are up.
All right, more of the same, I guess. The flame blade on that other guy.
Okay.
That's a 16 plus.
Hit.
That's a 20 something. And wow,
That's
I
a lot.
rolled 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So that wasn't a good wow then. Sorry. When I heard wow, I got excited for a
1,
second.
2, 2, 3.
All right. That brings up the Earth Elemental, whose spin cycle has not recharged, so he will
Wait, I
get
thought the Earth Elemental was dead already.
Air Elemental, sorry.
Air Elemental.
Yep.
Whose spin cycle has not recharged, so he'll go for a slam attack, which will miss. And his other slam attack, I think, might miss. Does a 14 hit?
Who?
Who?
Zuki.
Yes. Wait. Hang on. No, it doesn't. 15
Okay.
AC.
Then he misses twice. That brings up Jerks.
Oh, this is nice. All right, where is everybody in relation to this thing?
Zuki is right next to it and engaged in hand to hand. Zeph, you're on deck.
Okay. Well, then we'll just go for a banishment.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a charisma save.
Oh. DC?
17.
And it got a 7. Air elementals are -2 on charisma. That was a good choice.
Good call, bro.
And the air elemental disappears. Now, is it gone only as long as the spell lasts and you concentrate, or is it just gone?
Is this his original plane?
Nope.
Then he does not come back.
There you go. He's gone.
Yeah. Well done.
And you hear from somewhere in the trees, "This forest is ours. You will not succeed." And you feel a rustling through the grove, and things seem calm again. And that is where we're going to take our break tonight. Dun, 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 dun. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for Act 1. So far, we've got a creepy forest and some vines and stuff. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to go grab a drink, get a snack, maybe hit the restrooms, and we'll see you when we get back. Stay tuned. And we are back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys had a nice break. I know we did. We got our snacks, we got our drinks, we hit the restroom. We're ready for more action. Right before the break, our heroes finished defeating the Grove, wherein they fought trees and elementals. Well, they fought what the trees were doing. No trees were actually harmed in the first act of our episode, which is probably just as well because, it's the Dryads' homes, and they probably would have been sad had they attacked the trees. So good on you for not doing that, guys. I also think I fixed the echo. I don't hear it anymore. So if you don't hear it anymore, then we're good. Uh, so let's pick up where we left off. The battle now over. The creepy whisper voice gone. What would you like to do?
Could we tell the direction the voice or the wind was blowing?
Anyway,
Wow.
thank you, Billy.
Yeah, you're welcome. Um, yeah. The is does it look like the trees are lifted? Like the curse, the sort of darkness, is that still very much present?
It feels very much present, yes.
Okay. I would probably turn to the group and address the group and say, well, I mean, someone or something has identified itself as the one responsible for all of this destruction and chaos. We should try to find this being, shouldn't we?
Seems appropriate.
If we've learned anything these past years or so, Jarek, you will learn this quickly enough that most villains like to soliloquize and monologue and things of that sort. So,
Yes, quite familiar with this.
And the battle was only a couple of minutes, and you didn't cast any concentration spells, did you, Zuki?
I don't believe so, but I will double check. No,
Because
flame blade is concentration.
Oh, is it okay? So your dispel
Yep.
magic disappeared, and your just not your detect magic disappeared.
Yes.
Never mind.
all right, let us. I would probably. Is the little one, the little pixie, sort of with us?
When the battle ends, Little Twig flits out from the bushes.
Is it over?
Yes, little one. For the most part, the battle seems to have been won. Little Twig, could you take us to the darkest part of the forest?
Well, this part's pretty dark.
Yes, but I imagine there must be someplace even darker than this.
Where would you not go?
I don't know. I mean, we could look around.
Where would the
Yes.
Dryads not go?
Well, I mean, there is very few places in the forest we would not go. We just wish to get back into our homes.
They don't sense any evil in the area?
Um, not really.
Oh God, Keel has the thing that detects portals, doesn't he?
He does.
If there was a portal thing, yep, yes, he does.
He would have been a real handy guy to have here.
Yeah. Okay. Then I assume that we would just sort of head off into the woods again, sort of searching for any sort of signs of an encampment or sort of the being that we heard in our heads.
Okay.
And we did determine that the gloom has been lifted a bit from this area with the departure of the voice. Or is it still pretty heavy?
It's still pretty heavy. The feeling of tension is gone, but everything looks the same. Now, detect magic can be done. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as we start to walk, I'm gonna recast detect magic.
Because it can be done as a ritual if you wanted to spend like 10 minutes doing it. If you didn't want to waste a
No,
slot.
no, no. I can just cast detect magic. I'm good.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you cast it again, and you notice that the trees are unaffected, although the snare trap seems to be gone.
So I convey to them that it looks like whatever we did didn't really affect the trees any. Like the snare's gone, but whatever we did hasn't really. Um, do I know enough about dispel magic to know if it's gonna hurt the trees if I use it on them? If I can focus it on the like the abjuration part of it and not the natural magic of the tree?
Dispel magic should focus on spells and not on spells or spell effects, and not on innate magic. So it should be safe to cast it on a tree and not
Okay.
hurt the
I'm gonna
tree's
ask
innate.
the Dryad's permission first.
Okay.
So I turn to, oh gosh, I don't remember their names now. Bark something, Barkskin,
And
right?
golden bramble, golden bough.
Golden
Yes.
Bough.
Okay, Golden Bough. I'll turn to Golden Bough. And I'm going to say, I'd like to try to take the spell off of the tree. Would you mind if I try?
I would love it if you would try.
Okay, so
And
which one is your tree?
um, she touches a tree briefly and pulls her hand back because it's almost as if her hand was stung when she touched the tree. And you look up and you can see within that tree that there is some gold on the boughs.
Okay, are the trees within 120 feet of each other?
They are.
Okay, then I'm just going to try casting Dispel Magic on the 4 trees then.
You can choose one creature, object, or magical
Oh,
effect.
got it. Okay, so her tree then. I'll go to her tree.
And since you can choose a magical effect, you can specifically say, I want to choose the abjuration effect on this tree.
Right. Okay, I cast it.
Okay. What level are you casting at?
I am going to cast it at a level. Oops, that was not correct. I'm going to try it because I'm assuming that this is a pretty strong spell. I'm going to try 4th level right now.
Okay. And so I need you to do a spell casting check, which
Yes.
is so you're casting. You're going to roll a d20, and it's a DC of 10 plus the spell's level. So
Oh, it doesn't have a DC on Dispel Magic for me.
no,
That's
you
weird.
right, because the DC is the target spell's level, so you don't know the
Got it.
DC. It varies. So
Okay.
it goes by.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
That was an 11 on the die.
Mm-hmm.
And so I add my spell casting modifier.
Your spell casting ability.
Okay, so that's my modifier is +5, so that's a 16.
And you have proficiency.
So my spell attack, is it spell attack modifier?
I would use spell attack modifier because
Okay,
it says
then
make
that's a 20. That's a dirty 20 then.
I would say it is an ability check. It says
Okay.
ability check, and so you should have proficiency in your spell ability.
Yeah,
So-
that's a D20 then, or dirty 20 then.
All right, so you see, as you cast the dispel magic, you see the abjuration effect end on the tree.
I say try that now.
She walks over tentatively, puts her hand on the tree, and doesn't recoil from it. She closes her eyes, pushes her hand against the tree, and you see her hand slowly sink in, and she merges with the tree. And she's gone for about 30 seconds, and then her face, smiling broadly, pops back out, and she says, "You did it! You did it! Can you do the others?"
Sure.
And I can help.
Sorry?
I can help as well.
Yeah. Oh, are you able to do that too?
I am.
Okay. What you want to take 2 of the trees, Zephyr, and I'll take the other 2? Or
Do you
the
think we
other
need to be
one
doing
that's
it
left?
at this? Should we be doing it 4th level spell or?
That's
Well-
what I did. I mean, I don't know if it'll work to try it 3. We can try it.
Well, without metagaming, You wouldn't need to roll if it was going to be automatically successful. The fact that you had to roll means fourth level wasn't strong enough. But you would know that you encountered, since you had to roll, you would know
That
that
I
you
encountered. Okay, resistance.
resistance,
Got
and
it.
you had to expend a force of will in order to break the spell.
All right, then I'm going to try a 5th level of the spell magic on the tree for the other guy that we're with, because we only have 2 dryads with us, right?
Right.
Okay,
How
where
many
are your
trees
friends?
are there?
There are 4
There's
trees in
4
this
trees.
grove.
Where are your friends? Where are the dryads of the other 2 trees?
They are trapped within their trees. They cannot get out.
Oh,
That's-
okay. So I guess I'll go to one of the trees that they're trapped in, and I'll try a 5th level dispel magic.
Okay. Give me a
I'm
D.
going to stick with the.
Give me a D20.
Sorry.
That is an 18.
Okay. And as you see the abjuration magic dissipate, you see a smaller dryad with green skin and pinkish hair poke her face out. I thought I'd never be free. Thank you.
You're welcome. Zeph, you want to try?
I'm going to go ahead and do the other one where the head is trapped at a 4th level.
Okay. D20.
7 plus 9. That's going to be a 16.
And the spell holds.
I'm going to try it again.
Okay.
12 plus 9. That'll be a 21.
And the spell breaks, and another dryad, this one with green skin and green leafy hair, pops out.
Do you want me to take this last tree?
I can do it, or you can.
I'll go ahead and take care of it. This one, I'm going to cast this one at 3rd level.
Okay. Still D20.
And that's going to be 12 plus 9, 21 again.
And Tree Bark's tree is released. And each of them goes into their tree for a moment, and they come out and they say, "Thank you, you have saved us. I don't think we would have lasted much longer. Those of us trapped in our trees could have survived a long time, but it is a terrible thing to not be able to leave your tree. It is not as bad as not being back in because we cannot survive, but we still do
Are
not.
there other dryads in the area that are experiencing the same?
There may be. We have not had a chance to get in touch with them, but we can sit and we can reach out now." And the 4 of them sit down in something approximating a circle. I mean, you can't have a circle of 4, but you get the idea. And they join hands and they close their eyes and they reach out. And when they open their eyes, they say, "Something strange is going on here. The trees still do not feel right. There is still a strange presence. It is not magical, but something is wrong."
Do you have a way to tell us what it is or who might have caused it?
Our senses were blocked. Our connections to the trees were blocked. We can look around and see what we can find, but I suppose you can as well. We will reach out to our sisters and see what they know. Perhaps you can as well. See what you can find in the area. We'll be back shortly, and they all disappear into their trees.
Well, that was an experience. Well done, magical people. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to assist in any way, but
You mean
Well-
like destroying the earth elemental?
yes. Well, other than that, I mean, afterwards is what I was speaking of. I don't. exactly know what you were doing when you were gesturing wildly at the trees, but it looks like you did some good. So, good job. Great job.
Thank you. We still need to be looking around, see if we can figure out what's going on. And you're the one
Yes,
that's probably best at that. Well, except for our city druid.
it's true. You know what they say, you can take the
Really?
girl.
That was a compliment?
Uh-huh.
Question mark.
No, go ahead, Reggie. Whatever you were going to say. I'm sorry you got interrupted.
Uh, it's all right. I suppose you interrupted, but all right. Let's look around.
All
Well,
right.
I look around with my perception as well as I can put it, doing actual investigation this time.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
15.
Anybody else?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
And where are you guys looking?
Uh, you know what? I'm going to wild shape into a bird and I'm going to fly around and see what I see with a bird's eye view.
Okay. Give me perception of that.
That was a 21.
Okay.
I have a feeling that whatever this is, it's underground. Like it's sort of maybe affecting like the root system here. So I will be scanning, but I will be keeping an eye. If Zuki has taken to the heavens, I will sort of direct my gaze downward.
Okay.
That's a 20 investigation.
Okay. Got 20 on the roots. We got a 21 on the skies. Zeph, you had a 16?
I don't remember, and I picked up the dice.
Then we'll say it was a 16. I felt like it was around that number. And Jarek's?
It was around there somewhere.
I didn't roll.
Okay. Because you didn't want to, or
No, I'm not proficient at it. Not that good at
okay. So what's Jarek's doing while everyone is searching around?
waiting for the action to begin.
So he just sits cross-legged in the middle of the clearing while everybody else is doing things.
No, he wouldn't sit there. He might look back and forth, but nothing in particular.
Okay.
More of waiting for something to act.
So Zeph is searching the clearing. Reg, you are looking along the roots of the trees, and you find some interesting carvings there.
Okay.
Some runes carved.
Magical people of magical things. There are some runes carved into the base of these trees.
Oh, Keel's got that comprehend language thing, doesn't he? He
Oh,
could
he
probably
does.
look
He
at
has
it
the
and
little
read it.
bite.
Hey, Keel,
Son
come.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
Zuki.
that's right. He's not here.
Zuki, you hear him, but you're busy flying around the treetops, and you see something in the trees. It looks like a scrap of cloth was snagged on one of the uh, branches in a fork, an upper fork in the tree.
Cool. I fly down and pick it up in my beak.
Excellent.
Fly back to the group.
Okay.
Hopefully, it's not a Sauron cloth.
What languages
Or
are
Saruman
the
cloth.
runes written in?
It's not a language that you recognize.
So it's not deep speech, infernal, common, or celestial.
Correct, and correct.
Interesting.
All right. Yeah. We will. Do I have paper? Can I maybe sort of? My phone isn't working, but the camera should still be
Oh yes, the
functional.
camera is quite fine.
Yeah. So I will. Do we recognize these symbols?
I don't. Reg, no.
Okay. I will motion over to Zephyr to take a look and see if he recognizes them.
And I will definitely be taking a look at them.
Zephyr, no. I mean, I would give you a jack of all trades at a high DC. Maybe you've seen something like it before, but
I
it's
am a lore bard.
exactly. But it's pretty far outside your realm, so I'll give you a high DC to try and pick it up.
And which one is this going to be?
Probably history.
Yeah, that's a total of 15.
Not going to be good enough. You know,
Uh,
it is some kind of magical writing of some kind, but it's not arcane, and you don't think it's divine.
oh, oh, bird, big bird, bird, fly down, bird.
I'm flying back towards them with the cloth. Whenever I get there, I'm good.
Okay, and you land.
I turn back into myself.
Hey, what's that look like to you?
I look at it.
Looks like druidic.
Oh, I know what that says. It says,
It actually looks like a very ancient ritual. It doesn't look like one that you've seen before, but I will give you. Um, uh, do you have Arcana or Religion?
mm, I do not.
I will give you a roll at advantage to see if you can make sense of.
That's a 16.
Okay. You can't tell exactly what the ritual is, but the symbols that you are able to figure out look like some kind of power transference.
It's a ritual. I'm not quite sure what it means, but the symbols that I can kind of work out look like some sort of a power transference.
Power transference from the trees to an individual?
Well, I
That's
didn't say that, but it makes sense.
Huh.
seems like a good bet.
So if that's the case, we track the symbols back to a central point, almost like the center of the ritual?
Can I look around and see if I see these symbols on other routes and if they're saying basically the same thing or if they
Sure.
seem to be pointing in a direction or anything like that?
Absolutely. Go ahead and
Okay.
give me some perception. Give me perception and survival.
Okay.
Can I
Perception.
assist in perception so she can roll at advantage?
Sure.
Okay. Well, that was a 12. The other one was a nat 20, and it's the same die. It's the same one.
All right. Next time we're all
He's
together.
going to make me put that die into some water.
I was gonna say we're bringing all of those dice and we're doing a soap test on all of them. All right. All right, and give me the survival check as well. Does anybody else have survival that they could assist?
Why, yes. Yes, I do.
That same
I've
die
got-
just rolled a 2, though. For survival.
That same dice. That same die rolled a 2 for its own survival. I think.
Yeah.
At advantage?
Oh, I do have a +9. I get this. I get the survival at advantage too, though.
Yes.
Oh, okay. The next one's a 14, and it's a +9, so that's 23.
You are able to track these runes throughout the forest, and it seems that they are all on particular types of trees, and the dryads come back out and can confirm that all of these trees have some magic to them, whether they are dryad trees or some other magically oriented trees. All of these trees have ancient power running through them.
To indicate who might be doing this, what direction they might be in, where the energy might be channeling to, anything that would give us.
Zephyr, with this information, do you want to give me an Arcana check?
Definitely. Not that it'll do any good. That's a 12 altogether.
Jarek, do you have Arcana? Can you assist?
Yes.
What's your Arcana?
+5.
What's your Arcana, Zeph?
+1.
Okay, then Jarek's roll Arcana at advantage because you would be the better choice there.
Yeah, unfortunately, my intelligence hits a lot
that'll
of these
be-
pretty hard.
A 20 total.
So, when
It's good it was advantage because my first roll was a 2.
So when Zuki starts explaining what this thing is supposed to do and starts pointing things out to you, um, you look and you see some arcane sigils in there as well, and it looks like this is a merging of nature and arcane magic. And so it looks like it's somebody that's trying to combine the schools to channel this. You're not sure exactly what the other school is or exactly how they're going to merge the two, but it seems like someone using nature and arcane to try and harvest the power of this forest.
It's an herbomancer.
Nature and the arcane. Okay. Hey, where when we first walked into this forest, and those two bloody hippies said that they were planting themselves in that spot, like and not moving, and that this was their spot, would that put them sort of in the path of absorbing some of the energy from this ritual?
It might.
I will cycle back and go see if we need to pound on some hippies.
Okay. Um, you guys want to head back that way?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So you head back, and as you guys start to head back, um, yeah, it's been a little while. It takes you some time to get back there, and you can see there's more people in the field now. Not like a lot more, but it's getting more crowded. A lot more people with blankets and stuff, and there's some tents and a couple fires and
God.
some people
Do
playing hacky
do
sack.
we see the two that we initially?
Yeah, they're still there.
So Jerix is going to, unless somebody else will do something.
Is there any feeling of this power draining in this direction? I don't know if that's something we can feel or notice or.
You can give me an insight check.
Jeez. 7.
No, it looks you don't feel anything weird.
I would like to do an insight check as well.
Well, then perhaps you should.
That is an ungodly amount. That is a 28.
You also feel fine. You do not feel any weird emanations of power or energy at this particular moment.
All
And as
right.
you walk up to like, whoa, dudes, you look messed up. Did you like hit some brambles or something in there? Did you like venture off the path? Do you
Uh,
do you
uh,
like a mushroom or something?
a
Calm
mushroom?
to like calm your nerves?
No. I, the mushrooms, did you get them from this forest?
No, man, I bring my own.
Yeah, of course. Of course you do. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, now, hey, I have a question. What is this festival? What is everyone lined up for?
Oh yeah, like tomorrow, man. Big Arbor Day concert.
The Big Arbor Day concert. Yes, of
Yeah, man.
course. They're quite popular in New York, the Arbor Day concert.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, it's gonna be
who's
tripping.
who's organized this whole thing? Is it put on by anyone in particular?
Oh yeah, I mean like it's this guy who owns the land here. He's like, yeah, we're just gonna have this cool festival, and like
Yeah.
bands are gonna like play, and it's just gonna be chill, and people are gonna dance, and we're gonna just love the trees, and it's just gonna be cool.
Sure, 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 sure. Who's the guy that owns the land? I'll give you another one of those donuts if you tell me.
Oh man, I want another one of those donuts, but like I don't know like the dude's name. He just like lets us all come up here and like chill and groove and
Have
like
you ever seen him? Do you know what he looks like?
oh man, like he's just like this little dude in like overalls. But like
Little.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Where's his house?
I mean like there's a barn like, farm up on the hill over there, but I mean, He's just like a little dude with a farm, and he's just cool.
Mm.
We head up to Old Man Withers' farm on the hill.
All right.
Would have got away with it too.
And you can see they're like building a little stage, and
Good one, Jarek. Yeah. Cool. Do we see the little man in the overall?
oh yeah, there's a man in overalls. He's just sitting on the porch in a rocking chair.
Okay, so now's when I want to do it.
Okay.
Okay, I want to use my thaumaturgy
Okay.
cause a tremble in the ground. Then I want to also hit it again, lightning crash in the air. They'll do it again. Turn my voice, booming voice, 3 levels higher than it actually is, and again, and light up my eyes. So you're getting all these, the ground shaking, the thunder, and
Okay.
because you can do it multiple. You can do it. They last for a minute each. So then I'm gonna tell him to identify himself and step forward.
So like you're like you guys are you guys walking up and just like
Yes, immediately doing that. Eyes shining bright white.
I'm probably looking at them and being like, all right, guys, subtlety is the name of the game. All right. There's a lot of people here, some of them on shrooms. And so we want to be nice and calm and boo 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 no no Joe like as Derek
Yes.
strides forward. Yeah.
Identify yourself and step forward. Basically, prepare for battle.
he's like, get off my land. I'm just here having a festival for them nice kids down there. If you can't be nice, you gotta get out.
Insight check.
Sure.
21.
He seems pretty damn sincere.
Okay.
He doesn't
All
seem
right.
he doesn't seem scared. He seems like he's seen some weird tripped out hippies before, and he has just classified you with them.
All right.
You think he's just decided you're a bunch of drugged out kids that are just out of control.
So we apologize completely. We've just come from the forest a little ways up on the hill over there, and
Right? Yeah. All right. I
we,
understand.
there was saw some strange happenings going on and about inside of there. So apologies. We did not mean to intrude upon you. Does this land all belong to you?
Yep. Sure does. I mostly do farming on it. Got some crops, but I leave some of it wild because nature is
Oh.
good.
Can I ask you, how did
Wait,
you?
Reggie, before you do that, I'm gonna forget to turn down my voice from the thing,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn to we should kill him where he stands.
Oh, gee.
That boy needs to go sleep it off.
He really does. He does. Can we? You're at an 11 right now. You're at an 11. Look, Jarek, we need you at like a 4.
Rest of you
Right.
seem like real nice folks, but this boy,
He's
I think
clearly
he's a
our target.
little too hopped up.
Could I ask you, who gave you the idea to have a festival such as this? Does this just come to you naturally?
Well, no, I mean, some nice folks came up and said they wanted to do a little music thing, celebrate nature and the trees and stuff, and I said that sounded like a mighty fine idea. And they said they were gonna just get some food for the poor, and I said that sounds like a mighty fine idea too. And they said these nice young people could just come here and dance and sing and just be real relaxed and everything, and it was gonna be just a nice time, and they were gonna get a bunch of bands together, and I said, all right.
That's lovely. Where are these fine people? Are they here on the property?
Well, they should be here first thing in the morning. I think the opening act. They said that they was going to be on first, and then the other acts could go on, but they had another gig to get to, so they were going to do their thing and go.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, Nero and the Gladiators. I think they said their name was.
Nero and the Gladiators. Lovely. All right. I will turn to face the group and be like, well, we should probably rest and then tackle this first thing in the morning.
You folks got tents and things and mats. You got a place to stay?
No, we're actually from far, far out of town, so we find ourselves without anything.
He kind of looks you up and down and says, "This doesn't look like you're seeing at all."
God, no, I would kill for a glass of scotch and a comfy red chair.
Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have either of those things, but I can give you folks a place to stay. It's probably not as fancy as you're used to, but at least it wouldn't be sleeping on the ground.
I much obliged.
All right, why don't you folks come on in? Is this one gonna be all right?
Yes, he's just had too many shrooms.
You're not planning on murdering me in my sleep, are you, boy?
You're not planning on killing these people, are you?
What kind of festival would that be if I killed anybody?
Hey, Jerix, have you ever seen Abrams' Batman? The Nolan Batman? The Nolan Batman? You ever seen that?
No.
Jerix, real quick, can you just say, where is she?
Where is she?
Oh, say that. That's good. It's so good. You're not even trying to do it, and you sound like
You are from a far way away, aren't you?
we are. Sorry about that. Yes, we would love a place to stay.
And
Thank you.
He brings you guys inside, gives you kind of an old farmstead kind of meal,
Cool.
puts you up for the night. You get a long rest, unless any of you wanted to do anything else.
Hey, Jerix, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I know that when we get back, the next time that we'll see each other again, it'll be on our way to rescue Nicola. Can I ask you a personal question before we retire?
I suppose.
Is he worth saving? Not, I know you're duty bound, and I know you're an angel and all that stuff, but in your opinion, is he worth saving?
Is he not your friend?
He is. Very much
Then
so.
friends are worth saving, I believe.
But is he worth saving to you? Is he your friend?
Not sure I understand your question. To the meat of what you want to know.
Do you know him? Or are you doing this just for yourself?
Are you saying this is obligatory?
I'm wondering if it is. Or if you have a personal connection to him.
Well, I do have a duty to his bloodline.
Said duty. You have a duty to his bloodline.
Yes.
All right.
But I have looked after him, or in a way, his entire life.
I'm not going to say you dropped the ball a couple of times, but
It's only recently that it's become a little clouded to me.
yeah. Fair enough. Thank you, Jack.
Don't know what you've gleaned from this conversation, but if you want to share what you learned.
No, I think it's more interesting if I don't. I'm
Very
just
well.
curious. I'm just curious, that's all. I miss him. He and I would be the ones to probably have this conversation. You remind me of him. He's got a similar build.
This body I possess is as close as I could get.
I've had days like that as well. Ugh.
This is not what I truly look like.
I've had days like that as well.
Anybody else doing anything before the long rest?
Where's Zephyr going?
Where's Zephyr going?
Is he isolating himself again?
Is there a place where he can isolate himself?
So the answer is yes, if he can, he is.
Not easily. The farmer kind of gives one room for all of you because he doesn't have like a lot of different spaces for people for guests.
He would probably walk outside just to be on the porch and kind of look over what's going on for a little bit before retiring. And so that's probably where he is at right now, is out on the porch.
Okay.
Fine, I'll go out on the porch. Listen, I'm here for like 4 seconds and then I'm going because I'm going to give you your space, okay? But is this just like you need like a day or two to work through this, or is this just you're broody now and or more broody? I don't know. I've lost track of the levels of broodiness. Is this one of those like just basically stay away from me? You killed me. I hate you, and I don't want to be around you anymore. Because if so, just let me know, and I will just back off and go my own way.
Can I? I was dead 2 days ago. 3 days ago, I lost count. I'm sorry. I'm
It was like
back.
2.
You just, I just
So you
need
just
some
need me
time.
to completely
I've not.
back off and leave you alone.
Yeah, look at me. I'm totally not me. I'm
No,
totally.
you're you. You look different. You're you.
You
So
freaking demon.
no, you're a Zephyr.
Just space, please.
Fine.
Just.
Okay,
I
fine.
need. I need
I'm
time.
going. I'm gone. I leave.
You see a little red glow at the end of the porch as the farmer puffs his pipe. Well, that was awkward.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. It's been a. I don't know what you heard, but it's been a tough week.
So you were dead, huh?
Well, if that's what you want to call it.
What do you want to call it?
Well, I'm still here, aren't I? I mean, how could I have been actually dead?
So, what she wants to know is, do you need space from her forever or just for now?
Yeah. It's been a tough week or so. I don't even know that I can talk about it. So, have you been out here by yourself this whole time? Is there a Mrs.
Nope.
Overalls?
Nope, just me.
And I don't even know that I caught your name. What's your name? If I can ask.
Sure. Name's Walt.
Walt. How long have you lived here, Walt?
My whole life.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking kind of ageless here. Is it rude for me to ask how old you are?
Kinda?
Yeah, I'm a rude kind of guy. You don't have to answer if you don't want, but I'm asking.
And I guess I won't answer. You don't feel like talking? Maybe I don't either.
Well, I just asked.
You should probably rest.
Am I getting any weird vibes off of this guy?
I don't know, are you?
I'm going to see if I am.
Okay.
18 plus 4, that'll be a 19.
No weird vibes. Just seems like a nice old man.
Well, thanks again for your hospitality.
My pleasure.
You have a good night.
Okay. You too.
And I'm going to emo my way back into the barn.
Very
Into
good.
the house.
And he just sits there rocking and smoking his pipe. And you guys take a long rest. Everybody gets their spell slots and hit points back. Huzzah. And most people wake up at a normal hour in the morning. I would imagine someone has to nudge Zephyr awake, or is new Zephyr?
Actually, Zephyr's up by 6.
New Zephyr is an early riser.
He is.
That's got to be weird for everyone. Do you guys?
Okay. He's
just
probably gone outside to do some meditating and stuff.
Zuki specifically doesn't comment on it, okay?
Fair enough. Do you guys just head down to the field, or?
Yeah. Zephyr, you may have to play here because I don't want to rouse suspicion. So hopefully you've still got the chops.
You heard me playing the other day. I can't even believe you'd ask.
I did. But the music, it's inside of you, Zephyr. We just have to let it out. Anything can happen on Arbor Day.
What are you saying? That I've got the music in me? Is that what you're saying?
You have the music in you the whole time.
I
Music.
am music and I write the songs? Yeah, Reggie. Look at these hands. They're not the same hands.
They're not. So don't play the same songs.
All right,
And
so
I
you
will
guys head
head
you
towards
guys
the
head down
stage.
toward the field. The stage is all set up, and you see people are starting to crowd toward the stage, and you see a group getting up on the stage. Their gear says Nero and the Gladiators. I tolerate you.
Uh, Oi, Nero.
This one guy looks over toward you.
Before we actually get close enough to where people are maybe noticing me, I'm going to actually change my appearance
Okay.
to something more resembling our hippie friends here.
Okay.
So, we heard you're the first act of the night?
That's right.
Yeah. And all of you are druids, are you?
They look at you confused. What?
Druids, here to commune with nature and all that stuff?
Just here to do a gig, man.
Bloody hell. Is the old man anywhere near us at this point? Have we walked? Is he over by the house?
No, he stayed up by the house.
All right. Do they have any sort of iconology on them, reminiscent to any of the runes or stuff, like tattoos, stuff written on the
No,
cases?
no, they don't. They look like they're going with a Roman motif. Any of
Okay.
you doing anything in particular? Anything interesting or special?
Prepared to celebrate Robigalia.
Zephyr, give me a perception.
15.
Okay, thank you.
Our mistake then. Sorry, we were told that that you would know more about sort of communing with nature and things of that sort.
Can I do the thing again? In all honesty, this Jerix is a warrior, so he's in the wrong body, but he can only do so many things. He would be preparing to fight if he were in his actual form.
I start rushing back towards where the old man was as he's about to start yelling at these poor druids. This Roman band.
Okay, and they start tuning up and start playing. Zuki, give me a perception check. Is it a nat 20 again? Is it the same die? Say okay. So
I'll roll on the other die.
what's that?
I'll roll on the
No.
other die.
No, it's
Gaze
fine.
gave me such a hard time about my dice.
What?
She just rolled another nat 20.
I have to take a picture. I have to take a picture.
It's the magic of the tower.
It is the tower.
So,
The power tower.
Tower of the tower.
so what did you have to sacrifice to make these towers do this exactly, Wolf? Tell me.
You know? Well, your tower's abilities.
Sacrifice your tower.
Sacrifice
Wow,
yours.
I see.
Nice.
So,
Oh my gosh.
so as he's warming up and playing, you notice so Reg, you're running up the hill to the old man, and Zuki, as Nero is warming up and playing, you notice that he's layering his song with some magic, and it's magic that you've used before, but on a larger scale. You recognize elements of your charm person spell.
Oh.
And
Okay, and it seems like he's directing it towards everybody else.
it looks like he's directing it at the crowd, and it looks like he's focusing it through the guitar.
Yeah, I'm gonna make everybody else aware of that, but I'm not gonna stop him because, like, I've done that for good reason. I mean, not through a guitar because, I don't play yet, but
Right. Okay, Reg, what are you doing?
I'm. No one said anything to me otherwise, so I'm just
Right.
running back up towards
Okay.
the
You
house.
you get there.
no, I shared that with anybody who was around me,
Right, but
like our people.
Reg took off.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. What's the old man doing?
He's just sitting on his porch.
Uh, I will turn around and start running back towards the stage.
I'm actually gonna start doing some songs under my breath and everything, making a performance and casting counter charm.
Okay, why would you do that? Because you didn't know they were doing this. That seems kind of metagamey to me.
Zuki told him.
Oh,
No,
Zuki just took
I
it.
did. I
just
shared it
told
with
us.
them.
All right, that's fine. Okay, so you're
And
counter
so
charming.
I wouldn't
so
have done it until that point.
Okay, so you're going
So
to be
yes.
protecting the three of you from charm spells.
Anybody creatures within 30 feet that can hear me.
Okay,
And actually, I'm kind of probably doing it rather low on my voice.
so
Just trying
the
to
three of you are
just
protected.
the three
You
of
don't-
us.
So you don't need saves as long as you continue singing.
We gain advantage on saving throws.
Okay, each of you guys give me saves then.
I don't get to do my thing.
Oh, that's right. Mike wanted to channel the voice of God.
Okay, I mean you can do it. Well, you asked Reg and he didn't say, "Yeah, go ahead, do it." If you're not waiting for permission, then I say go ahead. But if you are waiting,
Oh, yeah. I was asking you, the DM.
He wasn't
to do my
asking
thing.
me.
I thought he was asking
Yes.
Reg. Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can do it.
All right, so I'll do the thing and then demand that they identify themselves and prepare for.
All right. What sort of saving throw was this?
Wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
And if you've come within range of me, then he would also get the
Advantage.
advantage on that.
Sure. All right. Let's say 19 for Reg.
Okay, you make it. Jerks,
21.
make it. Zeph,
22.
Zook.
That was actually a nat 20.
19.
Okay, you guys are all clear-headed. Jerix, tell me what you're doing. Oh, you did your demanding
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
They keep playing, and you can feel energy now washing over the crowd, and they're all swaying, and they're really getting into it, and you can feel the energy from the crowd flowing into these guys.
Do you guys know what you want to do?
I know what I'm gonna do.
Do it.
Fireball.
You're
Let's-
just going to
Let's
set
not
them
be
all up.
subtle or anything. I mean-
Pyrotechnic issue. Pyrotechnics. It's new. It's one of the things they're using on. Except it went horribly wrong.
All right. So they make dex saves.
Are you? Am I not? Wait. Are we gonna roll for initiative and then
no.
do something?
They're doing their thing right now. They're working
Okay.
on. They're working
I'm
on their ritual.
fireballing.
You're gonna
I will-
fireball at the center of the stage.
The center of this group.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. At level 6.
Okay.
That and then that is this and the things with the things and the stuffs. So that is 11d6, but that's 17 dex.
Go ahead. Who else is doing what?
I think a lot of what I was going to hampered, by the
Hinged?
giant, hinged by the giant ball of fire, which now is engulfing the stage and all of its occupants.
So the ball of fire hits the stage and just explodes in a pyrotechnic effect. The crowd goes nuts. This is like the coolest thing any of these stoned people have ever seen. The band keeps playing. Um, they're loving this. Um,
The band keeps playing.
yes.
All right.
I
So
keep my counter charm up.
okay. So
Is is there a microphone on the stage?
yes.
Um, I have an idea.
Okay.
After the fireball dissipates and it does whatever it's going to do, I will run forward onto the stage.
Okay.
I will grab the microphone and I will shout the only words that I think could stop a group of fun-loving hippies from enjoying a concert.
Okay.
It's the
Every
cup.
everybody, the cops are here. Get out of the park as fast as you can.
Give
They're
me
busting people.
give me a persuasion check.
I think that's so good that I should have an advantage though, because it's really quite clever if you think
It
about it. The
is
more you
quite
think,
clever, and ordinarily would not work on a charmed person, but because it is clever, I'm going to give you a persuasion roll.
okay, that is a 17 total. It's a +4, so 13 plus 4, 17. That's decent.
Some of the people are stirring and beginning to run.
Yeah.
You have broken through to many of the people. The singing continues. Some of them are still enraptured, but some of them are running. How much
Can,
damage?
can,
How much damage did you do?
52.
Okay.
Of course, I use an empower spell, so that costs me a few points.
Okay.
um, can anyone do like police sounds, police noise, police anything?
Zuki, what are you doing?
Thinking about if I can make police sounds of any sort. I don't really. Yeah, no.
Give me insight.
I mean, I could
Um,
technically do it, but I just fireball.
that would be
A nat 20. She used Zephyr's dice. It's a nat 20.
No, it's a 15. It's 6 plus 9.
There's something vaguely familiar about the guitar this guy's playing.
Okay. Since I don't know what's vaguely familiar about it, I will, to anybody near me, say, hey, is there something weird about that guitar? Does it look familiar?
Dot. Look at the guitar. Is it Zephyr's old guitar?
You don't know if it's Zephyr's old guitar, but it's definitely similar. I mean, it doesn't look at all like it, but somehow it looks similar to it, if that makes any sense.
Same type of guitar.
Could be
Different brand of guitar, but
could be an instrument of the bards.
Hey, Zook.
Yeah?
Do you want to break the guitar?
I would love to break the guitar.
Why don't you just spell it first, and then I'll break it.
Why don't I dispel it and then I break it?
Okay. How about you do that instead of talking?
Okay, I run up. I'm going to try to take the element of surprise
Okay.
oh crud, I don't have the spell that I thought I had. Darn it. No, I do. I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace on
Okay.
the group, but that way it lingers with me. But if I get back
Okay.
towards them and we need it later, we have it. So I'm going to cast Pass Without a Trace. And then I'm going to run up towards that guitar. And I am going to grab it. I'm running up behind to try to surprise grab
Okay.
it. And then dispel magic as I smash it to the ground.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay. That would be 19 plus 6, which is 25, plus 10, which is 35.
Okay,
No.
let me do his perception, which I'm going to give him a disadvantage on. Okay, you do sneak up on him, and you grab the guitar out of his hand, which breaks the charm. You've got the guitar. You run away. He misses his opportunity
No,
to.
immediate dispel magic smash
Okay, you dispel magic on him. I will give
uh,
him.
on the guitar.
Right, you dispel magic on the guitar.
Yeah.
I will give him one attack attempt or one spell attempt
Okay.
on you. Um, you need to make a wisdom save.
Got it. I'm good at those. Except when I roll a 2 on them. It's a 12.
Okay, actually, would. Oh wait, but you have advantage because you're still close to Zephyr and he's still counter charming.
Oh, cool. Well, that's a 5 plus 10. It's a 15.
His DC isn't that high without his guitar, so you make the wisdom save
Yeah.
because he's part druid, part bard. So okay, you make the save. The guitar has been dispelled. You smash it, and you guys feel the energy flow back into the forest.
And I run back towards everybody else because we may have to stealth out of here.
Okay. And everybody in the audience starts booing. And little Twig comes flying up behind you and says,
You did it. You figured out who was behind it. There were some evil druids. I didn't know there was a bard with them.
It's all right. Twig, can you get us back out of here? We're very anxious to get home.
Yeah, quick. Come with me. There's a tree over here with your name on it.
Thank you.
and you guys go running across the field, and Twig opens a tree up as the hippies behind you begin rioting and throwing things at the band, which has failed to entertain them. And the Arbor Day Massacre begins.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Jeez. Ah. Ah.
And when you step out of the tree, the day and time feels the same. It seems like the same moment you left. And
We see ourselves stepping into a tree.
no, you do not. You come back, but it feels like the same time of day. And little Twig hands you a flower.
oh.
Aww.
You won't remember what this flower is for, because time travel messes with people's heads, and I don't want you to have to deal with this. But if you ever need a question answered, I can help.
Thank you.
And he hands you the flower, and he flies around all of you, sprinkling pixie dust on you.
I think I can.
And as the pixie dust falls, all of you are standing around outside, going, "Why are we standing outside?" I mean, I remember we were gathering up our stuff and we were going to go rescue Nick because he was nailed to a wall, but we were going to do that tomorrow. And Reg, you were going to enjoy a quiet evening in the house while the boys were out for the movies. And
That's right.
Zephyr, you were going to meditate. And Zuki, you were going to keep an eye on Zephyr while he meditated to make sure he didn't do something stupid. And Jarix, you were going to look for clues, all while you guys waited for Mikey B to give you information. So why are we all standing outside around this tree?
I immediately do the thing and demand it to identify itself.
And why do I have this flower? Well, at least it's a pretty flower. One of you record the flower on your character sheet, and that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Happy Arbor Day,
Happy
everybody.
Arbor Day, everybody.
Arbor
Thank
Day.
you all for tuning in. Have a great night and an even better tomorrow, and we'll see you next time on the Plastered Dragon. Wow.
Wow.